Alrighty guys, so I'm editing up my public land buck. I got into editing it and I realized I don't have an intro because when I went to go hunting, I only had 30 minutes on my SD cards, and I knew I was gonna, well, can't say I knew, but I had a really good chance of seeing a lot of does where I was at, which I did, and I wanted to kind of conserve my battery life just in case something happened, which something did, so obviously why I'm putting up this video. But yeah, so that's why the video's a little bit choppy with all the doe footage and all that. And I was really just trying to conserve SD card room and battery life if I had to, and I did. So, but I would like to apologize for that, and let's get into the video. Alrighty guys, so you were about to watch the footage of me shooting my buck. It was kind of a predicament that I was in because where I was set up in between a valley and actually kind of like two valleys that kind of wide, and I was sitting about like halfway on the point in between the two, and I was on a ledge, and then the point went down on a slope, and then in front of me where it was kind of wider in the Y, it went up, and I couldn't really see anything that was past the top bench, and it made seeing anything coming from that direction, which is where the bedding was, very difficult. And most of the does that I would see would either travel up on top of the bench and continue on towards the field, or they'd sneak behind me from somewhere, from a different bedding area, and come up to me, eat the acorns that I was set up on, because that was the number one thing that where I was set up that I was concerned about, because I was underneath a hot white oak tree and there were just acorns everywhere, and the deer were just coming from almost any direction, even from where I came. And I never had a deer even win my ground scent, amazingly. And they were just coming everywhere. And I figured the big bucks would be coming down the hill, and sure enough, like probably 5 minutes before sunset, so 35 minutes left legal light, this deer came running down the hill, and I clicked on my Tachycam real quick just in case it was a buck, and sure enough it was. And I took one look at it and I said, that's a shooter, and sure enough it was a nice big mature buck. So I pulled up, and the rest is history. Here you guys go.
Brett. I had a bad shot because my limb freaking hit the tree next to me. He's down though. He might get up. I don't know. I don't have another arrow. Go down. Go down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down, baby. Stay down. Stay down. Alrighty guys, I just shot that buck. This is awesome. But I have a tree right next to me. Right there. And I think when I know when I shot my crossbow limb. I don't know where. This looks fine. It just barely bumped it. Like the last half an inch of it. I must have had that deer at 15 yards. That buck. And when this my limb hit the tree, it's a real small maple. Yeah, it's a real small maple. It caused my arrow to look left and high from what I can tell right now. I'm almost out of daylight. I've only got about maybe 5 more minutes of regular sunlight left, plus then half an hour. The only reason why I didn't get more footage is because he just came barreling down the freaking hill. I had no clue he was there. I haven't heard this deer move in a little bit. I don't know if it's just trying to rest or what. But if it's down, it's down, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to move out of my tree stand in case this thing's still kicking. So hopefully it isn't. Hopefully it passed peacefully. I'm sick to my stomach a little bit right now because of my shot, but I still got the deer, hopefully, until I get my hands on it. You never know. Heard some freaking crazy stories.
Alrighty guys, so that was all the video I was able to get of me shooting my buck. Kind of sucks, but when you're in hunting mode and one runs in front of you, you take what you can get. And since I got my buck in October, I was able to do a lot more waterfowl hunting. Didn't really have much to do for camera work on that. Duck season was really wet, so I didn't really feel like bringing my big camera out much. Early season goose didn't really go too well, and I didn't really have Tactacam yet, so. But we're still lots to do here, and hopefully there'll be a lot more to come. But here is a couple of pictures from my buck, and the reason why I didn't really have an outro or anything is because the end of that clip is actually when my camera happened to cut out, and like I said, it was like 5 minutes before sunset, and we're talking in October, so it was already 8 o'clock by the time I got that thing gutted, dragged the probably mile that I was in the woods. Once I went back to my college, got some friends, dragged it out, gutted it, did all that, put it where I could be ready to take it to the butcher at 6 in the morning because it was kind of hot, so I had to get it there ASAP. But yeah, anyway, like I said, here's a couple pictures of my buck for the recovery.